number system. Okay, we will start with types of numbers. So suppose I write the counting, basic counting. If you want to count something, you always start with 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. They come naturally from your mouth, right? This is how we count. So they are known as natural numbers. Natural numbers, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I say 2.5, it won't come inside natural numbers. Natural numbers are just these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and up to so on. Okay. So if I add 0 in these numbers with 1, 2, 3, they are as it is. Up to so on infinity. They go up to infinity. Infinity means not defined. We don't know what is the last number. Okay, that is infinite. Okay, so if I add 0 as well in these numbers, then these numbers are known as whole numbers. What are these? Whole numbers. So first we have natural numbers and then we have whole numbers. Okay, so that means whole numbers are bigger than natural numbers. I will say these are smallest and then whole numbers are bigger than, they have just one extra number and that is 0. Okay, and after that comes integers. What are integers? You know what, integers are also whole numbers only. Whole means a complete number. It is not a part. It is not 1 by 2, 2 by 3. It is not fraction. Okay, it is a whole complete number like 1, 2, 3. But when we have negative, -1, -2, -3, -4, and positive, and like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, negative and positive and 0 as well, all these are integers. So if somebody asks you integers, so integers are bigger than what? Integers are bigger than whole numbers and natural numbers. So natural numbers were the smallest and then whole numbers because they had 0 as well, and now negatives and positive whole numbers are known as integers. Okay, after that, we have rational numbers. Rational numbers means fractions, right? Like 1 by 2, 2 by 3, something that can be written in the form of P by Q. You know what? You need to remember a condition here, that the denominator, this is called numerator, this is called denominator, right? N by D, numerator by denominator. You know what? In rational numbers, this denominator cannot be equal to 0, right? So if I say 2 by 0, this is not a rational number because this number does not exist. It is not defined, okay? Usually we say it infinite, but it is undefined number. Something by 0 is not defined, okay? So we have 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 7 by 8 or 8 by 7. All these numbers are called rational numbers which are in the form of P by Q, okay? They are called rationals. Now, what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers, suppose now I am writing a number, a decimal. How? 2.3421257889, and I'm not stopping. I will keep writing the numbers. It goes up to infinite. I don't know how where will it stop. Okay, these types of numbers are called irrational numbers. They cannot be written as P by Q. They cannot be written as P by Q. Okay. They cannot be written in the form of a fraction. These types of numbers are called irrational numbers. Okay. So what are real numbers? Now real numbers, this is a real line. Have you heard about it? This is a real line. I am putting arrows here because it goes up to infinite, to positive infinity from here, to negative infinity from here. It goes up to infinite. Okay. Here we have 0. Then on the right hand side we have positive numbers. Though I am writing only natural numbers here, but it doesn't mean that it has only natural numbers. It has like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.01, 0. Like it has small decimals as well. It has fractions like 1 by 2 is here. Okay, 3 by 2 is here. So it has fractions and all those numbers, rationals, irrationals, all those numbers lie on these real line. So like all the numbers, whatever we have studied till now, what numbers we have studied? Natural numbers, right? So natural numbers are here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now real line is the biggest real line. Okay, so real numbers are the largest. If I say in this form, so real numbers contains natural numbers and then whole numbers, because zero is also here, so whole numbers, and then integers, because negative and positive whole numbers are here, so integers, and rational numbers. Irrational numbers, you know what, like under root 2, pi, these are irrational numbers. Under root 2 is 1.414 up to so on. It will keep going onwards. So this is an irrational number. Pi 3.1428 up to so on. It will keep going on. Okay. So these numbers are called irrational numbers. And irrational numbers also exist on real line. Root 2 also exists here, 1.4, 1.414 something that exists here, somewhere here. Okay, though I can represent it. There is a method that you will learn in grade 9. Okay, but this is for beginners, so I will not show you how to represent it on number line, but usually it does. Okay, so this real line contains all the numbers: natural, whole, integers, rationals, irrationals, and the real numbers are the largest. Okay, so these are real numbers. After that, now we come to question. After every topic we will do questions as well to practice. Okay, so you can see whether you learned or not. Classify the following numbers as natural, whole, integers, rational or irrational, right? Minus 5. What is minus 5 now? Minus 5 is negative. Negative is negative whole number is what? Integer. So minus 5 is integer, right? 0. What is 0? 0 is a whole number as well. 0 is integer as well, right? 0 is an integer and 0 is whole number as well, right? 3 by 4, it is a rational number, right? This is an irrational number, and this is 2.5. It's in decimal. It can be 2.5. If you remove decimal, you will get 25 by 10. That means if you simplify it, it is 5 by 2. That means it can be written as a fraction. So that means it is a rational number. Okay. So this is how we can classify, right? After that we have, which of the following are rational numbers? Express them in P by PQ form. Okay. So first we have 0.75. We will count how many digits we have after decimal. 2, right? So I will remove the decimal, and because we have 2 digits, so I will write 100 here, 2 zeros. Okay, then I will simplify with, I suppose I say 5, though we can simplify it with the 25, but I will first simplify with 5 and then 5 again. What did we get? 3 by 4. So 3 by 4, or this is 75%, this is 3/4. So 3 by 4, we represented it in the form of P by Q, right? Okay. Then we have under root 16. What is under root 16? Under root 16 is 4 square. Under root of 4 square. 16 is 4 square. Powers we will learn further, but still I can just tell you here that 4 square is 4 times 4. Okay, so 16 can be written as 4 square, and then under root of 4 square is 4. Square roots and squares like exponents we will learn further, but here just so you know that 4 square, under root of 4 square is 4, and 4 can be written as 4 by 1. So this we represented in P by Q form, right? Okay. Pi is an irrational number, 3.1428, irrational number. Okay, so 3.1428 and up to so on, like that. Then minus 8 can be written as minus 8 by 1. If you have a whole number, you can represent it in the form of rational numbers as well, just by writing 1 in the denominator. Okay.